To my channel. Today I am doing collaboration with Nikki Parr and Ann Williamson, and the theme for this August calendar page is yellow, the colors, and gold. So I have some yellow, white, and black, because white and black is kind of the to-go background colors, whatever colors to use to enhance whatever colors you're using. I also have some gold paint. I have my glue out, and I have some scraps that I'm going to collage here. So I have a few things in my pile, and I have a punch to punch out some things, and I have some homemade washi that I made. I'm going to use the black and white washi. So that's what I'm going to do. So to start off with, I'm just going to put a good layer of glue. I like collaging. You don't have to collage this page, but that's one of the things I've been doing throughout is collaging. So yeah, I'm going to put the glue right through and get it everywhere here. Through. I haven't chosen something for my pocket yet, so I'm thinking I have this yellow bag that I might just use as a pocket or something. But I'll put that to the side for now. I'll figure that out. I've been using challenging myself, just a personal challenge, to put pockets throughout the months, so then I can add something later on to it. So I thought that was a fun little personal challenge to do. So I have this tissue paper. Let's start off with that. I had put glue everywhere here. And I'm not really, I don't really have any of the plans yet. So it's just kind of the starting here. I have more tissue, and hopefully as I go I'm inspired by what I'm doing, and then I go from there. I think the collage gives me a time to kind of meditate over it and think about what I want to do when I'm doing something that's totally not planned. So I'm just kind of taking that time to do that. Glue myself to the page there. I also have like this leftover really old sticker stuff, so I'm going to use some of that. It's just nice texture. It might come through. If it does, it's going to look really cool. I just don't know yet how it's going to turn out, so I'm just assuming. I'm just making texture and layered look to make it look really fun. Use up some stuff that I've been have not thrown away, just because you can use it and make some really cool texture. So that's what I'm doing here. I kind of sometimes you decide to paint something in the middle, so that's how I've been kind of working it. So I try not to put too much texture in the middle, just so then I can kind of paint whatever I decide to do. I still haven't made that decision, so we'll see how that turns out. I think I'll add more glue here. I just love texture on my pieces, so it's so fun to play with. And there we go. Really wonky pieces, but fun. This one's got to get down. I didn't push it down, I don't think. took this one out because I found my punch that I decided I wanted some more round shapes after I was looking at this sticker stuff. So let's see how many of these I can pop out of here. I think I'll use some of this too. Thickens up my page and makes it a stronger piece as well. And there we go. I'm going to dry this up. Washi tape here that I've made here. So I'm just going to grab a few pieces of that before I start drying. And just add that to my picture. Don't know if it'll get covered. The chances are it might, but it's there. And it was fun adding it. Let's see if I rip this too close to the... And I just, after the paint cured on this, like dry for a couple hours or whatever on the tape, I just wrapped it on itself so it works. And then when you do it on a glue project too, the glue is holding it down. I like it. There we go. I'm not sure if that's all I want. I think I want something up here. Try a little bit. There we go. And I think I will do a little smidgen right here. If it shows through, that'll be cool. If it doesn't, I put it on and I had fun. There we go. Now I'm going to add just a touch of glue on top of that, but then I'm going to make sure, because I want that to stay on. And then I'm going to dry. I have my crayons. I have my paints here. Oh, actually, I can't use orange. I just thought about that. That's not the color. This is kind of orangey yellow, school bus yellow, I would think, but it kind of tricked me. And then I have my white and black and yellow. So what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to just doodle a little bit here. I don't normally kind of just doodle. Well, I do, but I mean, I haven't probably on one of these, so I'm just going to kind of doodle here first. And just have something fun in the background. Maybe I'll get some yellow out in here. Get more yellow going. So and then I'm going to start working on what I want to do. So what I had in mind was doing a lion. So I got to come up with the face and kind of put it on here. And I know I doodled with my waxy crayon stuff, water soluble crayon, but I'm just going to paint over it and stuff. So I'm just going to go with what I have, my idea. I just wanted to have some kind of really wonky background to see how I could play with it. So here's one eye. And here's another eye. I'm not quite sitting. I'm hoping that it is kind of the right area, because it's hard not being directly over my drawing. It's kind of facing this way instead of facing my face, kind of a thing that I'm saying. So I have the eyes. Now here I have a nose. And here I'd have a mouth. So I'm just kind of sketching it out right now in a weird way. So then I could start kind of adding what I think to this guy, my lion here. Because of the color limitation, I gotta really play around with it. So here's my yellow. I'm just gonna grab a piece of paper at the side here and just grab my yellow and start going with it. Here goes. I'm going to use the blacks and the whites probably for lowlights and highlights. It's going to be a fun piece. This is abstract lion. The dark pieces in there in the background are really helpful to shade up what I want to, so I can use those. Pulling in for my little bit of a darker nose, the black. Just gonna have some fun with it. I might speed through a little bit of this, guys, so then you can kind of just watch me play. So here I thought I'd do a little bit of a voiceover instead of adding some music. At this point I am just filling in my design of a lion with the yellow acrylic. The yellow paint I'm using is DecoArts Traditions acrylic. It's the Hansa yellow, and I just love using the crayons because it just I like to use it as a way to easily use it for shading and that kind of thing. So I could pull it away, or I could just really paint right along it and not even drag the colors out and pull it. So it's really fun and a real easy way for me to kind of figure out as I'm playing where my shades are. And with the wet acrylic pulling on the crayon, I can just play with it. And you could always just go over it and paint over it, but especially if in between steps I do sometimes spray some sealer on it. You'll see it in the next part here. And yeah, so I really like using the waxy water crayon type of things with my acrylic paints. It's just fun and easy way for me to play. So here I'm just doing some gold here, and this gold here that I'm using is Elegant Finish Metallic, and it's from DecoArt. It's called Emperor's Gold. So that's one of my favorite types of gold. There's quite a few different shades and types, from champagne to like an old antique gold. This one's so bright and orange, I just love it. Layer of just this acrylic sealer just where I have the wax crayon, so I don't smear it again, because when I want to paint over it a little bit more, I want only to smear what I put on next for the wax crayons. So now I'm going to dry it a little bit more and then add to my face. I'm going to have this more of my shades side. I already kind of chose that by putting a little bit darker on this side, but I also want to highlight, so I'm going to use some white as well. But for now, I'm going to start shading And like you'll see that this part here, if I go over it, I don't want to smear any of that. So now I'm just going to work on my darker parts here and go from there. I want to make this mane look more mane-like, but still it's going to be really abstract lion. But I want to have, and I didn't want to smear any of this, any of the bottom wax crayon. And this is the fun part, and so most of this gold is dry, and if it's not, it'll be something that happens. But this is the fun part of mixed media, using the wax crayon, the acrylic paint. If I wanted to use Poscas, I can. I'm not sure. It's not a plan. It's just what happens when I decide to use that next or whatever. So I kind of now almost wish I did him smaller so then I can have more of a mane showing, but this is how he turned out. And we're going to go from there. So I have my paintbrush here, and I'm just gonna, I rinsed it out, but it might have a little bit of yellow paint still on there. But I'm just gonna use that to probably move some of this crayon. And it's gonna look, it's gonna move really smoothly because of the gold. So it's just gonna be really interesting. You can do whatever. You could just push the envelope and throw whatever products together. It works. It works really well. So just have fun with it. And I have too much water on that one. Let's see if I can find a little tissue. I'll have to put some crayon on there. Too much water on my brush. And just moving it along so it looks like there's some strokes. And there we go. Looks like his mane coming together here. Yeah, and I'm just using a little bit of water from my cleaning, rinsing my brush. That water, it's not even clean water, but I'm using that just to smear this, just to paint on the mane a bit better. And you'll notice this is totally solid. If I want to add more to his face, this is going to be perfect because now I don't have to worry about, I'm not sure if I'm even going to use the acrylic paint, probably at the end a bit on the black, because then I could just do it around his eyes or whatever I want. I'm going to maybe use a touch of yellow for my moisture here. Put a little bit more. Want a little bit more black areas here. And if I don't like something, because I also put a coating on it, it'll easily wipe away too at this point. So that's the fun parts of that as well. Now I'm going to rinse my brush, move some of this. The acrylic paint will be really nice if I do some on top too, because it'll be more thick. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to throw another coating of sealer, acrylic sealer, and do a quick dry and add some white. I'm going to add some white. So I have my white acrylic paint, and I'm going to grab a piece of card for that. I mixed it up here a bit, and I'm just going to use this as a highlight. Is this white? Oh, no, I grabbed glazing medium, which is not white. White paint. Here I have to put this somewhere else and grab another piece of card. And rinse my brush. Grab actual white. Look at what you're grabbing. And here we go. Yes, I'm doing splatters on my painting, but that's okay because I'm having fun with it. This is just fun, and we're probably going to end up always doing little splatters at the end anyway. Okay. Now I just want to use my white to get some nice highlights. And I can go over with some yellow if I've gone too far with the highlights. So I'm going to start with his face and then go into his mane if I like what I see. And I'm just kind of playing with it. It's just going to pop him out a bit more. It's abstract, so I can be really choppy with this and really enjoy it. Have fun with it. I might add a little bit of gray in that because I don't want too white on this side, so I might add a little bit of black into that gray. So it's kind of dark because that's my dark side, so I might want to add a little black. I'm going to grab a little black acrylic now, throw that in there. That's pick up a little white there. I'm going to throw that there. What I'm going to do is just add to my darker side, and that's what the white and the black is for on this. I'll have the links below to Nikki and Ann Williamson's projects as well. I am posting this up a little late, been super busy and just didn't get a chance to sit down and make a video, but I'm here. I showed up to the game, and I'm doing my piece now. So this is my gold and yellow piece. So I'm just trying to add some grayness here. If I add gold on top or something, I might do that. Yeah, it might really make it pop. But for now, I'm just trying to add depth to my lion. So I'm starting to work in the mane a little bit as well. So if you notice that. Now I'm just playing. So if you guys want to speed through this, we can do that. Make the video a tad short. Now I just want to work on his eyes. I got a smaller paintbrush. And going in with my yellow. And I'm going to get the whites of the eyes yellow. And then add maybe some whites. Just get some layers in there. And see how that looks. Pretty happy with him so far. I still got some more white to go on here. But I'm going to get his eyes down here. Add some black. And kind of make his eyes pop a little bit more. And this one as well. There we go. Making some things kind of just pop out a bit more here. The outline of his face a bit. Getting some acrylic up in his mane, black acrylic. And I think he's pretty close to done. Yep, I think he's pretty close to done here. There we go. I think this is pretty much it for today, friends. I'm going to add a little bit more highlights in his mane, and then that's it for this lion. So I just realized I didn't add any white highlights in his mane at all. So what's what I'm going to do is just add little strips or stripes or whatever of white acrylic paint for his mane, make that pop, and then our little guy, big Lion King guy, because lions are the king of the jungle, will be done. think I'll put more highlights here. I got the paint on pretty thick here, but that's okay. I can let it dry for a long period of time here. I want to get that to really jump out. That he is really popping on that side. That's what I want, and I want to get this kind of cat look here. And I think he's done. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll have Nikki's and Marie Anne Williamson's links below. And this is for the Color My Life project we've been doing every month to recycle our calendars. And I hope you guys enjoyed this project. And yeah, let me know what you think in the below. Thanks, friends, for following and watching. Bye now.